everybody? My name is Jeremy, and welcome back to the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. When we last left off, we had a couple of different endings. We found the new content. So, and I think it's back to the beginning now. The game. I still have a little cheat sheet here that I'm going to go through, and I might sound a little bit, as you can tell, I'm a little bit redder today, and I'm a little bit hoarse. So I got some partying in last night.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Shut up. Let's see here. Some of these are a little bit like... Some of these are a little bit... I did that one. Okay, let's try that one. Also, I'm still in the process of doing this other one. Okay. Alright. Let's go.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Okay, I'm looking. There's another... what? Oh, boo. I messed that one up, I guess. Alright, so this one... Okay, so yeah, this is, this one. It's pretty... What? New content? I've already done the new content one. I didn't know this is new content. What? I'm trying to get these things done and... Whatever, okay, new content.
Oh, good. You notice my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
Oh, boy. It said new content. Okay. Still kind of the same premise here.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
What? Oh my
Yes,
goodness!
you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
This is cool. Okay, the end is never the end again. 427. Look at this. Oh, wow. Wow. Testing two printers at the same time. Okay. Wow. Alright, well, I guess let's go. Stanley Parable 2.
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
I have to admit, this is pretty cool. I'm glad I've chose this path. Oh, the sticky note. This looks like my desk at work. It looks like they didn't really get the painting. Okay. Alright. Are these doors still locked? Can I click? Well. I didn't really think that out. I can't get over there. Can't get over there. Okay. Time to wake up. Never underestimate coffee enjoyer who left their cup by a leather sofa that faces a blurry room. Oddly specific cup. Here we are. They're back. 2 doors. This is neat. Well, there's no like story. You're not telling me a story though. They're not really telling me much of a story here. Like, can't really see it. Ever. Don't talk to me before I've had my sequel. New content is out. New content part 2 is in. New hotness. Old busted. Old plus busted. New hotness. Boring sections of the chart. Cool red sections of the chart. 2. Bunch of 2s. Really. 2 times New Roman. 2 heavy. 2 rocket. Oh, so they're just different 2s. Fonts. They decide. I thought about using. Okay, more TSP, better TSP. Stanley Parable. Win 1 over to win 2. So sequential mind shared. 1, 2. Paradigm shift, synergy, brick and mortar approach, envelope, client centric marketing. Color red. Leverage, holistic value, 1 to 2. Okay. Sequel, new mug. Okay. Stanley Parable 2. That's important. That's important. Okay, so all the different ways I could have done it. I think this is probably the best one though. The original font and then just the red too. That's cool. They were working. Good. Can't mess with that? Okay. Alright. Okay. What?
Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
Took the red marker, me. $90, $10 design patch, 11:30 break, 11:30 pitch. Number 2 chat. Oh, don't mess up on me. Oof. Hold on. The Stanley Parable is the prequel to the Stanley Parable 2. Is the sequel to the Stanley Parable. Is the prequel to Okay. Whatever. Sequels are good. Portal 2, Half-Life 2, Batman Arkham Asylum 2, Divinity, Original Sin 2, Doom 2, Aladdin 2, Return to Far, Dark Souls 2. I mean, sequels can be good. Some can be bad, though. So are you trying to, like, talk yourself into thing? This way? The show wave what's this way? Nothing. I can't get back there. New features. Hey, new content. Bus. New features. Alright. Let's take some pictures. Pop, pop, pop. Where is that? This thing. Here we go.
Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new features.
Oh! That's this plant. It's very important. Hear your name in the game. Exclusive. The button that says the name of the player that is playing the game. What? That's not creepy. Look at this. New feature. Reassurance bucket. Merch! Merch! I want some merch. Give me some merch. The end is never the end again. This t-shirt is the best new feature. No, really, I would rock that 100%. That's cool. I saw the new content. That'd be cool. Oh, there's a... Oh, I'm going to try this. We're going to try this. We're going to try this. This QR code here real quick. Let's go here. Oh, the StanleyParableDude.com. A sequel, huh? Watch our helpful and informative video to learn more about the Stanley Parable and what the journey of the sequel is about. That's new. If you're more of a prequel sort of person, check out the Stanley Parable. Thanks for stopping by. Enjoy the Rex exhibit. I mean, seriously. Like, yeah, that's cool. I'm going to leave that pulled up. I'm going to look at that later, but I would wear that shirt if they're back two doors. What's that noise? It's... So I could do the Stanley Parable 2, the reassurance bucket. Please no screenshots. Okay. I don't know if I was supposed to show the internet thing. Look at Stanley. I'm not going to go through any doors yet, because I know once I go through doors, these are collectible. It looks like it might have a doorway through it. Easy new achievement. Free new easy achievement. I can't believe it's that simple. That's new. This is cool. The button that says the name of the player playing the game. Jump circle. Infinite hole. Okay. Does that come around this side? Make sure. Yeah. A whole new office. Look at that. That's cool. Red is the new orange. The baby is all grown up. There's a... Press that. I'm not trying to press that one. The new updated ray traced more of the same, but in a good way, sequel to the consistent quality with just the right amount of change, and new features, new content, and new ideas. New chairs that are numbered now, or have some kind of number on them. All right, let's do this one. What's this over here? There's a... Okay. I want to do this. Oh. Well, for you, Stanley, we will choose the left door.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
Okay. Here are yours today. Cover this door. Cover this door. Okay. Alright. Alright, well, I guess we're going to press the button.
Jim.
Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim. I want you to imagine yourself living as Jim, sleeping and waking as Jim, falling in love and being heartbroken as Jim, seizing all of the world's possibilities as Jim, and as Jim watching your dreams crumble into dust. Do you feel it deeply? Are you really, truly Jim right now? If so, then please step forward and press the button.
I'll press it, I guess.
Jim.
Yes! You see? What a thrill! What a... That was you! The button described you. Do it again. Do it again.
Jim.
It hits even harder the second time. If this were the only new feature in the Stanley Parable 2, it would still be worth the money. Let's take a break from the Jim button. I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal validation.
Okay, well, can I leave now? Can I leave now? Oh, yeah, the doors are open. Cool. Alright. Cool, cool, alright. Jim.
I suppose I could allow only people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable 2. That would actually save me the work of finishing this feature.
Let's go to the reassurance bucket.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try.
I don't want to touch the bucket. Just pick it up. Alright,
Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person. The benefits of the bucket seem to go on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
I'll put the bucket back. Nope, I guess I just have a bucket. Oh, this is great.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already.
You heard Jim in the game. A button that says Jim. Alright. Oh, a reassurance bucket. Okay. Let's go over here. Collectibles. Okay. You are here. Expo Hall 2 God. Jump circle is the N. Which is there. This map is 5. Alright. Free achievement is Q. Okay. The button that says the name of the player that's playing the game. Now it just says Jim. Z is merged. Settings World Champion is the hashtag, which is over by the 3. Office decorations. Epilogue. Okay. Collectibles A9. Alright. Infinite hole is K. That's over there. Then E is the exit. Okay. Exit is that way. But I don't want to exit yet. I don't want. Oh, that looks cool. That stuff looks cool. Oh, look at that. Infinite hole. I don't know what that's gonna be about, but let's. Oh my God, it's just huge. Let's go get a free achievement real quick, shall we? What is this one? Oh, the infinite hole. Free achievement. Get yours right now. Pull the lever, receive a new achievement. No more step. It just works. Get yours right now.
Now here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes, you see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you. It's as simple as that. Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
That's some crap. Slide 2.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
Let's go up here and look at this. Find them, can you find them, can you find them, can you find them? Collect them all, these are collectibles. Why? Why? What?
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
So do I just keep walking out into the abyss? This is dark. I can't see nothing. I can't get out of here. Hold on. Okay. I guess I just gotta, like, get out somehow. Where's this? I guess we'll walk around until we find it. That's nowhere to go. I don't know. I'm trying my best to, like, get out of here. I think I'm stuck. Oh, I'm just, like, falling down. I just continue walking towards this thing? Oh, I do. Come on, auto walk? What, I'm just floating out here? Oh, okay. Oh. Okay. Well.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
Oh, jump circle.
You know what, Stanley? I actually think the jump circle was a pretty good idea. I'd like to hang on to that for the sequel.
Okay, there's one jump. No screenshots through there. About the infinite hole here. Let's go through the infinite hole. Oh. What's through there? I don't think I'm supposed to go through that. Oh, I guess I am. The infinite hole. Okay.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
I don't want to jump down that thing. That looks scary. Okay. Well, that's fine. I'm not jumping down the infinite hole. Not yet. Hope it gives me the option to later, but I'm not jumping down the infinite hole right now. Sounds like a bad idea. Plant. It's important. No screenshots through here. Okay.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloon. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
Get Well Sunday. Okay. I'm stuck in here. Sir? Oh. Get well someday or happy 12th birthday. Oh, we're gonna go get well someday.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Happy 12th birthday, step-niece, it is.
This is awful.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision. We're moving on.
No, come on now.
You've already made your choice. It's true that you chose badly, but we all have to move on from our mistakes.
Oh, balloon stuck here. I did not choose badly. Alright, well, I guess that's it. I think I've done all of it. Settings World Champion. Where is that at? It's in 3. That's in front of office decorations, which I haven't found yet. N is what now? Jump circle. Okay, so N's jump circle. So office decorations. Where? That's the... Here's a jump circle. Okay. Is it here? Or this is the one I've already been through? This is the one I've already been through. Okay. Where's office decorations? Well, I've been through there. I'm trying to find the Settings World Champion is what I'm trying to find, but I don't know where it's at. Is it upstairs? You are here. You are at 5. I should be able to see in... right there, which I do. Okay, so that's right across from me. So right next to it, so if I'm in front of the jump circle here, right next to it should be the Settings World Champion. Maybe it's up here. The new, okay. Settings World Champion. Let's check that out. What? What? I wanted to be the world champion of settings. Alright. Go back to the map. Semicolon. Epilogue, which I did, I think. E is the exit. Infinite home. I think we just exit now. Just leave the game. Just leave now.
All right. Have you seen everything you wanted to? Ready to move on now?
Yeah, let's move on. Let's go.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay. Are you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2. I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2. Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2. Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
Let's take a look for a minute. That is pretty cool. This makes me think they considered. Oh, it's a looping hallway. Oh god, there's gonna be a looping hallway game? No, what are we loading?
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley.
Wow.
Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
So, am I like just playing this with a couple of new features in there? Yeah. Bucket!
Stanley picked up the bucket.
I have the bucket. I have the bucket.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
Yes, it was. Yeah, it was. Here it is.
And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was. How insightful the bucket turned out to be. No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
Nope.
No, said the bucket. Don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
Oh, God! Oh, man.
Good, said the bucket.
Let's
Now
jump.
ride the lift. But Stanley feared that any path he walked might lead to the separation of himself and the bucket, his dearest friend. So he threw himself to his death, that they might die in one another's arms.
Oh,
How
God.
deeply touching.
Oh, no. Oh, the bucket's still here. Oh, God, I hope so.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Oh,
Stanley
God.
decided to go to the meeting room.
Oh, Bubba.
Perhaps he had simply
No.
missed a memo.
No, I can't.
Stanley lifted the bucket into his arms, and a wave of comfort rushed over him.
Oh, God.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Let's go. Oop.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers.
All right, but we're going to go to the broom closet.
Oh, Stanley, can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket. You can feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy. It's as clear as day. This broom closet believes it deserves the bucket. I can really feel it now.
Oh,
It's
God,
a
this is
bucket.
great.
It belongs in a broom closet. That's what the broom closet is trying to say here. It's supposed to go with the other cleaning supplies. Good for you, Stanley. Don't give in. Don't hand over the bucket. I know how hard it must be, given the pressure that the broom closet is putting on your shoulders right now, but you have to be strong.
my
This is your
God.
bucket. This is your companion and lifelong friend.
Oh,
You can't hand it over. Oh, no. We're getting into name-calling now, it seems. Is this how low the broom closet has sunk, that it has to resort to this stream of petty insults simply in order to get you to hand over the bucket? Stanley, I never liked this broom closet for a variety of reasons, but even this is worse than I had imagined. And wait, now the broom closet has the gall to imply that you and the bucket are not truly deep and lasting friends? That your relationship is purely superficial and convenient? That your life is so banal and meaningless that you'd feel the same sort of kinship towards any inanimate object which happened to lay in your path in an even partially enticing manner? Well, I never. Go on, Stanley. Lay into it. Really tell the broom closet off for its demeaning comments. Expand on the wide variety of experiences you and the bucket have shared together. Go through each of them point by point. Share your journal entries detailing the rich emotional landscape of your feelings for the bucket as they have changed and evolved over the years. Let him have it.
I mean, it is a bucket, and it does belong in a broom closet. It does.
Okay, I've got you something which I think will help settle this debate once and for all. Here we go. There. Now it's settled. No more debate, no more discussion. Take a hike, broom closet, with all your meandering philosophical
Property of
diatribes about the
Stanley.
nature of cleaning supplies and their relationship to broom closets in the natural order of things. All right, I've got a second sticker back here, and I'm going to slap it on as well because I think it's appropriate. You see, I feel that it works because the sticker is also a bucket. That way, if you're ever unsure whether the thing you're holding is a bucket or not, you can look down at this sticker and say to yourself, "Ah, it's a bucket." There really is a wide variety of applications for this sticker.
Oh, this is fantastic. I'm not moving yet. I'm not moving
You know what? I could take the name-calling and the dismissal of your kinship with the bucket, but now the broom closet is just giving us the silent treatment. And to be honest, I'm sick of the pettiness on display. You can stay here all you like, but I've had it with this impetulant room of cleaning supplies. Easily the most childish such room I've ever been in. I'll see you outside, and we can get on with the story about you and your bucket.
Let's take a minute here. Is that all you got, sir? Is that it? Okay, let's step outside. Did I get that? Nothing? Nothing? Okay. Alright.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Alright, we'll go to the boss's office. We're gonna play as like the first one I played. Oh!
You found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember, no reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done. You can't buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
This is fantastic. This is oh, wait, there's an input here. Nope, there's not. Okay. What is going on here? Okay. It's softly saying Stanley. That's great. It's a bucket. Okay. Me and my dancing bucket. Okay. Let's go down. Okay. Whatever. I'll go back out. Nope. Can't go back out.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire if not for the soothing presence of the bucket. Even now, in his darkest of hours, did the bucket's warmth and guiding light pierce the dark clouds of confusion and chaos. It would be with him always. The bucket would. And he knew it. The two of them were inseparable. At this point, Stanley was so absorbed in the tender spiritual connection he shared with the bucket that he didn't notice the keypad behind the boss's desk. Nor in his bliss of simply being near the bucket did he have any notion that the PIN number for the keypad was 2845. Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845. Two, 8, 4, 5. Forgot, but it turns out that the panel's emergency override kicked in, and the door just opened all by itself, and Stanley got the hell along with the story. Well, whoop-de-doo.
Okay, well, here's what we're gonna do. Oh,
Another miniature Stanley figurine. This, there really must be a snappier name for these things. What about mini-stands? Stanley figs? Or what about Stanlerines? Yes, I think I like that.
Stanlerines?
Another Stanlerine under your belt.
Stanlerines.
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine. Wait, Stanley said to the bucket. Can we go back up? When I was pressing those keypad buttons, there was something very intriguing about the number 3. I want to go back so I can try pressing the number 3 again.
Oh, I'm definitely pressing number 3 again.
Bucket said nothing.
I'm gonna go press the number 3. I'm absolutely doing that. Absolutely doing that.
Here we are, said Stanley. Now I'm going to try out that number 3 button.
Yep.
He took the bucket over to the keypad and began absolutely slamming on the number 3 over and over and over.
Now I don't want to.
Wow, he said. The number 3 is such a special button. I'm having the time of my life. Stanley looked expectantly at the bucket, but the bucket remained silent. This was a shock to Stanley, who had always felt such a connection with the bucket.
Is there
How was
bucket
this not
endings
as
now?
exciting to the bucket as it was to him?
Can I put the bucket
Once
down?
Stanley
at
had
some
had
point?
enough of the number 3, he got back in the elevator.
Alright. Sure. Alright. Sure. Alright, sure. Let's get back in the elevator. Turn the door. Let's go back down.
Perhaps the bucket had missed something. Perhaps it had not seen how much joy Stanley got from slamming the number 3 repeatedly.
Bam! Bam! That's all I imagine. Just slamming the number 3. Alright.
A hint of regret nagged in the back of Stanley's mind. Should he demonstrate the number 3 for the bucket again?
Yeah, let's do it.
No, said Stanley to the bucket. You can't go on yet. Not till you understand how much the number 3 means to me. You and I have been through so much together, and I just want you to see what I see. Feel the happiness I feel. He smiled at the bucket, and the bucket said nothing.
Oh, God. This is fantastic. Oh, my God. Oh.
Here we go, said Stanley. This time I'll really show you. He ran to the number 3 and began to wail on it like a musician on a beloved instrument, weaving a concerto of truth and passion. He wielded the number 3 like a fine artist would wield a paintbrush. He told stories through the number 3, stories of his dreams and hopes and fears. And the whole time, he looked to his bucket for a reaction of some kind. Anything to let him know that the bucket appreciated what he was doing. The bucket conveyed absolutely nothing at all, only silence. Crushed by a wave of dejection, Stanley returned to the elevator.
I can't help myself. This is great. Alright, whatever. I wanted you to see the number 3, Bucket. It's great. It's fantastic. It's a wonderful number.
Stanley and the bucket were so close. They'd always been there for one another. Why suddenly could the bucket not connect with this passion of Stanley's? The question caused Stanley to ruminate the whole way down the elevator. He knew that there must be a way to get through to the bucket, to communicate fully with his dear friend. Surely there was a solution, mustn't there be?
There's gotta be a solution. Gotta be a solution.
Said Stanley. I know what to do. I know how to fully express this feeling in my heart. He decided right then and there that he would hold a press conference where he would speak to the public on all matters relating to pressing the number 3 over and over. He would elaborate fully on what the number 3 meant to him and why he felt so alive when pressing it. Then the bucket would be able to see his joy through the eyes of others. It would get to see the world react to this discovery of Stanley's. And it would be through the public eye that the bucket would finally understand Stanley's work.
Let's do it. The number 3.
For months, he advertised and marketed his press conference, building excitement around it, developing and rehearsing it, until it couldn't be refined a single measure further. When the big day arrived, Stanley was as prepared as he'd ever been for anything in his life. This was it. One last chance to win the bucket over. One opportunity to share a true connection with a loved one.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
There was no one here. Nobody had come to the press conference to hear Stanley speak, to listen to him talk about what it really means to press the number 3 on a keypad over and over. He was unloved, uninteresting, he was a failure, and in that moment Stanley knew that the bucket would never again take him seriously. There would be no connection, no deeper understanding. The bucket merely sat there in his arms, indifferent. And so it began that slowly, over many years, the two of them grew more and more distant. They spoke less and less, neither wishing to state the obvious, that any sense of real respect between them had eroded since that day at the press conference. There would be no more games, no more long conversations about passion and pursuit, only a silence that consumed the space between friends. And Stanley, having for once in his life discovered the warmth and comfort of true companionship, was cast back into the unremarkable normalcy of loneliness.
Yeah, it's still there. I'm not going to start. The bucket's still there. Alright, we're going to end there. Hopefully I don't lose that this is the Stanley Parable 2, but we're going to end there. I got a lot of things to get done. That was fantastic. I'm glad I played a little bit longer. Is this the Stanley Parable? Is it? I don't know, but oh, excuse me, guys. But I'm gonna finish this up. Stop here. Thank you guys very much for watching. I'm probably only getting this one up. I'm gonna try to get up another video Tuesday, just to kind of go over some things. I might play Coffee Talk. It'll be late Tuesday night when I get it up, if I do it, and then kind of go over and give another disclaimer. So I will not be here next weekend, so there will be no videos. So I'm at Gen Con. Come see me if you're going to be there. But we're end there. Like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.